Israel, Hebrew. Romanized. Yisrael, Arabic. Romanized. Israel, officially the State of Israel. Medīnat Yīsrāqqēl. Dawlat Israel, is a country in Western Asia. Tel Aviv is the economic and technological center of the country, while its seat of government is in its proclaimed capital of Jerusalem, although Israeli sovereignty over East Jerusalem is unrecognized internationally. Israel has evidence of the earliest hominid migrations out of Africa. The northern kingdom of Israel was destroyed by the Neo-Assyrian Empire around 720 BCE, and the kingdom of Judah was incorporated into the Neo-Babylonian Empire in 586 BCE. Some of the Judean population was exiled to Babylon, only to return after Cyrus the Great conquered the region. The Maccabean revolt against Seleucid rule led to an independent Hasmonean kingdom by 110 BCE. A series of unsuccessful Jewish revolts against the Romans that broke out during the 1st and 2nd centuries resulted in the destruction of Jerusalem, the expulsion of many Jews, and the renaming of Judea to Syria Palestina. In the 7th century CE, the Byzantine-ruled Levant was taken by Arab forces and incorporated into the Rashidun Caliphate. The Mamluk Sultanate of Egypt extended its control over the region by the end of the 13th century until its defeat in 1516 to the Ottoman Empire. During the 19th century, a national awakening among Jews led to the founding of Zionism, a movement that espouses the return of a Jewish homeland in Palestine, also known as the Land of Israel, which was followed by the immigration of diaspora Jews. After World War II, the newly formed United Nations adopted the Partition Plan for Palestine in 1947, recommending the creation of independent Arab and Jewish states, and an internationalized Jerusalem. The plan was accepted by the Jewish Agency but rejected by Arab leaders. The war internationalized into the 1948 Arab-Israeli War between Israel and several surrounding Arab states and concluded with the 1949 armistice agreements that saw Israel in control of most of the former Mandate territory, while the West Bank and Gaza were held by Jordan and Egypt respectively. Israel has effectively annexed East Jerusalem and the Golan Heights, though these actions have been rejected as illegal by the international community, and established settlements within the occupied territories, which the international community also considers illegal under international law. In its basic laws, Israel defines itself as a Jewish and democratic state, and as the nation-state of the Jewish people. The country is a liberal democracy with a parliamentary system, proportional representation, and universal suffrage. The Prime Minister serves as head of government and the Knesset is the unicameral legislature. It has the world's 31st largest economy by nominal GDP, and is the most developed country that is currently in conflict. The standard of living in Israel is the highest in the Middle East, and the country ranks high on the global HDI list. Under the British Mandate, 1920 to 1948, the whole region was known as Palestine, Hebrew. Lit. Palestine, Eretz Israel.